What's going on, guys? We're back with another video, and today we're going to be doing wheels and coilovers on the BRZ build. It's going to be super fun. Let's get into it.
But I lied, hey, look who I'm around, man. If I fuck up, I'ma be downtown, man. Full flow bound, man. That's if I get caught, man. Push me to the edge, so it really ain't my motherfucking fault.
Oh my God. Kaden's going to check out the difference in ride height from before and after, so we're going to take a little measurement here.
Kind of curious to see what the difference is going to be. We're just going to measure from the ground here, and we got 27. So that's, I don't know, pretty good, but I think, mind you, we'll have the new wheels. I'll have a smaller tire on here, but we'll see how much, like, the difference between this little gap here. We can get 3 fingers in there pretty comfortably. So
we're going for credit card.
We're going to see if it'll pass the shoe test. Oh, it already passes. Can't fit a shoe in there.
Step number 1, watch Kaden jack it up and do nothing, because that makes my life easier. Right, Kaden?
Yeah, it's my first time jacking up the car, so I hope it goes well. Okay, so before we get started on putting on the new wheels and the coilovers, we got to do a little bit of the hard, boring work. So these are the original spacers that came on the car. These are just 5x100 spacers. And then this is my 5x100 to 114.3 adapter. So this basically fits on here just like that. And then we put these nuts on these original studs here. And then it gives me these 5 new studs for my bolt pattern, and that will mount up to the actual new wheels. So the only issue is when I put this nuts on here, I have a little bit of an excess stud sticking out here, and that will contact the back of the rim. So we got to cut these off, and then we can actually fit it on. So we're gonna go around. I think I already did one wheel to test fit, make sure that it all works, but then we got to trim up all the studs, and then we can actually mock up the wheels. We'll go from there.
Now we get to do fun stuff.
Yes, finally some. At least they're like chrome lugs, even though they're ugly.
Not for long.
Not for long, we'll change that.
Woo! That's hot. Oh. See, I don't know if that's good for car guys, but I think that looks sick. It's a little bit of poke.
Much.
Okay, pop off.
We're hoping the coilovers will pull it in a little.
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out.
This test fitment works. All right, it's coilover time. So our access is just in the trunk here. You just lift this guy up. You see one right here. This pops up, and then one bolt back here. So just the 2 mounting points on the top. These also look sexy in orange. They're gonna match the Duramax.
Gold, it's gold, not orange.
Sorry.
It's gold.
Sorry, it's gold, so it doesn't.
Orange and blue?
Yeah.
I hate orange and blue.
Yeah, orange and blue's dumb, but orange and gold perfectly
It's way
fine.
cooler.
Yeah. What's happening down here, brother?
Here we go, we got our spacers on, nice and flush.
Yep.
And then we got our strut assembly. And it's literally just this guy down here. Pop
Sick.
that off. We're gonna do some prying and some fighting probably. And it's gonna come right out.
Piece of cake. All right, we're just setting up the new coilovers for preload and height. So we already have the preload set, which we'll show you on the next one. And then for height, we're just setting them side by side, and we're taking off about 1.5 inches to see what that does for us. That might change a little bit with the stiffness of the coil, but we're gonna test it out, and then if we don't like it, we can always adjust once they're in. So we're gonna show you the preload now on this one. Kaden's gonna walk you through it, and then we can toss these in.
This is our spring, obviously, and that's gonna be set in our preload. This is our locking ring, and then this bottom one is gonna be setting our height. So it's honestly, it's pretty simple. You just twist it up to go higher and lower. We're gonna basically set up this one, and then we're gonna match it. So we already did the preload on that. We're gonna have to unscrew this guy with this here. They come with these nice tools, so we don't scratch our expensive brand new coilovers. Okay, so we're gonna get this nice and loose, hand tight. So the spring moves up and down like that, and they're nice and loose. So now we're just gonna snug this up. Probably as good as we can get hand tight. I don't wanna over tighten it here. So get her nice and snug. That's pretty good. Now it's starting to spin the whole shaft. Okay. And then we're gonna slide up the lock ring, hand tight as well. And now we're gonna tighten this top collar again, about 5 millimeters. And then trick is basically the thickness of your spanner wrench. So we're just gonna go like that. And this will shrink the spring basically, causing it to be stiffer. So this, adjusting your preload, if you look in your manufacturing specs, there's different preloads for different kind of applications. For this car, we don't really care, but for a race car, track cars, you want to have it a little bit stiffer, but it'll have a sacrifice a little bit of your ride quality. So there's thickness in there. Lock that up, grab my other wrench, and now we're basically just gonna snug it up, and it'll be good to go. Torqued. I got not enough hands.
What do you think about the ride height?
I think it needs to go lower.
Yeah. We gotta clean the gap up a little.
Not terrible, not terrible.
What do we got? Like a finger and a half? I can kind of squeeze 2 in there.
Yeah, we could go lower in the rear for sure.
Yeah.
Let's slam this bitch.
Okay. What's the measurement there?
Pretty good now. Let's see. From the ground, we were at 27 before. 26. So we did lower it an inch.
We're gonna go down how much more?
I think we're gonna go down 3/4 inch.
Both sides. They're pretty equal right
You know
now.
what?
Which is
Maybe we
good.
start with 1/2 inch,
Okay.
and then we can always do a little bit more.
All right. This is as low as we're gonna be able to go with these coils. Not too bad.
That's definitely better.
Yeah.
Now it's like
One finger.
one finger.
It's not a credit card, but we'll accept it.
Yeah, we don't have airbags on this thing, but
Oh yeah, she's chilling. Now that we've got the rears completed, we can move to the fronts. So it's gonna be same thing. We gotta cut down the studs up there, put spacers on, and then do the coils. And we'll see how she sits front to rear. And then we can take this on the streets and see what it really looks like.
way easier to come
See
out.
you later.
Garbage.
Garbage.
Super simple. Not struggling at all.
No.
Didn't drop any
No.
more.
Where is
We
he?
got spares. It's right here.
Nice, save his life.
Yeah, this guy, come with me. Might need the floor jack again. Up in here.
That's simple.
That's it. So now we just gotta bolt this together. This is my cam bolt here. So you can see it's thicker on one side than the other. So this kind of pushes it out. It's kind of hard to show it, but it'll kind of move it like that, causing the whole strut to go like that. And just a little bit of a difference like that will change quite a bit of camber. So put that bolt in, bolt on my end link. Looks like that'll fit nice. Everything else should just be pretty simple, and then show the other side after. Might be a good idea to check these nuts because they are often loose and they just cause a clunking noise. You're like, what's that noise? But it's just your crappy parts.
Okay, final product. We've got both bolts tightened up here. We've got the end link attached. ABS is locked in right here. There should be a clip that the other side has here, but it's just missing it here. And then the brake line's attached on the back there. Everything's tightened up top. This is all for the camber adjustment and stuff like that. Caden's gonna do that when he does the alignment on it. But now we're good to go. We're gonna go ahead, get the adapter tightened up, put a wheel on this thing, and then once he's done on that side, we'll go ahead, drop it, and see what our ride height looks like. Look at the difference on this thing now. Oh my God. Fitment's not half bad for a couple Amazon coilovers. It's also on a bit of an angle.
Fitment is, yeah, the angles are not bad.
Woo! Damn, how do you feel?
I like it.
Yeah, you're happy?
It needs more, a little bit of TLC.
Yep. We got to get to bodywork now. Kaden's been working a little bit on the bodywork, so you'll see he kind of scuffed up all of the key marks, so they're nice and smooth now. We were just working on these dents a little bit to get them nice and flat again. Roof, we still have to figure out. We aren't sure what we're gonna do with it yet. But yeah, bodywork's kind of half underway, so we're almost ready for wrap. That's gonna be coming soon. And then this thing's gonna look like a whole different car. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take this thing for a quick little cruise, get some rollers for you guys, and then it's on to the next.
Yeah. Sis got blah boy, sis got blah boy. Sis got blah boy, sis got blah boy. Yeah. 901 Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive. Niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg. We gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I split it with the guys. We up on the other side, niggas acting like we tied.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. We've got another video coming up where we're gonna be doing bodywork and wrapping the BRZ in a totally different color, so you gotta stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.